Well, hello. If you asked me when I was 14 years old what I would look like when I was 32, this would have been exactly what I would have imagined. This is way too much work. I don't know what brought on the urge to do this look. I was just thinking about high school and I just decided that this was going to be the video I made today. I actually feel like really cute. In high school, living in a small town, I did not have access to makeup, accessories, clothes. So for me to look the way I did, I had to put in a lot of effort and be very creative. Because I was in grade 9 in like 2003? I'm excited to send a picture to my mom. She's gonna love it. Before I let you guys watch the tutorial, please let me know if you went through a goth phase too. Enjoy the video. Definitely have to cover the brows today. And I'm gonna do it off camera because it's such a long process. My brows have many layers of glue. They're just about dry. I'm gonna moisturize with the Fenty Skin Hydrovisor. I like to do this after glue because if my skin is slippery at all, the gluing process is very difficult. I tried really hard with this brow cover. I took my time. So hopefully they look good after they're covered. Next, I'm gonna use my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. And since I'm doing a dark eye look, I should do the eyes first, but I really don't like doing the eyes first, so I'm not gonna. Today's base is going to be very light. I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty concealer in 110 with some Stay Naked Pure White. That's not a match. I don't think I actually wore any foundation when I was going through my goth phase, but I did stay out of the sun entirely. My mom was forever telling me that I should get some sun. I'm gonna quickly use some peach color corrector. This is the Dermaflage concealer palette. That's a pretty smooth brow cover. And I'm gonna put a little bit of powder on top. And now taking the Pure White and just doing a really subtle highlight under my eye. I remember having to go to the beach with my family and I would literally wear like a black hoodie and black pants. Very comfortable. Uncle Fester chic. Going back to the Fenty concealer, I'm going to put that over the brow. And then to keep this nice and bright, I'm gonna use the Fenty Lavender Powder and I'm applying it with the Fenty 125 face brush. And then for a little more coverage, I'm gonna grab some white eyeshadow. This is Taco from Sugar Pill. Just for a little extra brightening. This also helps to conceal the brow. I'll add a little bit to my neck so it blends a little better to my face. The brows are still showing kind of blue, so I'm gonna really carefully tap on another layer of color corrector. They're nice and flat today, but they're really wanting to show through. And then I'm gonna use the Fenty Powder Foundation in 110. I'm just gonna press and kind of roll it on top of that color corrector. That's better. And then again, a little bit of white. I don't want to smile. The white makeup makes my teeth look not nice. Ooh. I want to contour with something really cool toned. This is the ColourPop Stone Cold Fox palette, and I think I'm gonna try to take this shade right here. That is perfect. I'm not gonna worry about my forehead because my wig has bangs. That's actually a really nice contour shade. And now the nose. I wish I still had all of my clothes and accessories from this season of my life. We had a house fire when I was in high school and most of my clothing and whatnot was not returned to me because it was either damaged by smoke or damaged by water or fire. And I think that actually was kind of one of the reasons why I changed my style. I kind of went from goth, and then the thing that was happening was scene. And then I decided that really low cut jeans and crop tops were my vibe. Currently looking a little odd. It's gonna be really hard for me not to pack on a ton of blush because I think for this look we're going completely blushless. Now I'm gonna put on an eyebrow so that I can kind of do my eye makeup in a way that suits the brow. Just using an angled liner brush and black shadow. I'm just gonna mark where I want the brows to start on both sides. I'm done. I'm not actually, but I do think this is kind of cute. And I'm gonna go kind of straight and then up and then over and down. Woo! It looks like a snake. It's a little more swoopier than I had wanted, but I'm gonna go with it. I think another reason that I kind of grew out of that phase was because I was bullied relentlessly, mostly on MSN, which is like an online chatting service if you're too young to know that. And it was done mostly by girls and boys who thought that they were more goth than me, that were trying to make me feel like unworthy of the style. I think they were just intimidated because I looked so cute. I'm gonna go over the brow now with black liquid liner. Of course. This is the House Labs eyeliner. This is not easy, so props to anyone who puts their brows on from scratch every day. I look like a mime. Like, I hate it, but I love it. I made a mistake. I'm just taking a tiny bit of concealer to correct that little tiny mistake I made. Ooh, that was easier than I thought it would be. I really feel like I have needed to trust the process a lot lately. I think I'm just gonna keep using the Stone Cold Fox palette because there's a black eyeshadow in it. I'm starting with that gray shade that I used to contour, and I'm gonna put it here. And then I'm gonna take a deeper gray and apply that slightly lower, just using tapping motions to blend because I am working on top of textured glue. And then going into a really deep brown and keeping this mostly on the outer corner, making a little V shape. The eyebrows are looking less weird, kind of, already. And now into the black. I'm gonna keep this on the outer corner. I think I might have a little bit of PTSD from the bullying that I was subject to in high school, because I am a little bit scared to upload this and receive criticism from like the, I don't know, goth community. And then I'm gonna take some white eyeshadow and I'm gonna put that on the lid and making kind of a cut crease just without actually cutting the crease. I'm gonna take some of that also and put it under our new eyebrow. I mean, that looks pretty cute. And then just taking a tiny bit more black and just softly blending it into that white shadow. Now I'm gonna do the lower part of my eye, and I'm gonna use the same shadows, but I'm gonna place them lower than my lash line for that really big eye illusion. And then using a slightly bigger brush to make it nice and smoky. Before I go in with black, I'm gonna put white in my waterline using the Jumbo Milk Pencil from NYX. This makeup is making my eyes look so red. And I'll use a little tiny brush to kind of smudge that liner down. If I would have had access to all of these makeup products when I was 14, I probably would have woke up at like 5 a.m. to look like this in grade 9. And then using some white eyeshadow to set that in place. Not in my waterline, just under. Now going into the black eyeshadow. So I'm just smudging this black eyeshadow under that white and connecting it to the black eyeshadow from the upper part of the eye. Now I'm gonna line my eyes with the NYX Epic Ink liner. I don't usually line my whole lid. I actually don't even remember the last time I put on liner like this. And then drawing a big wing and lining it up with that eyeshadow. And doing a little wing in the inner corner. Not really that little. Just making that wing a little thicker. I actually remember always wearing an inner corner wing when I was in high school. I'm also going to take my liquid liner. I'm gonna line around the edge of where we put the black eyeshadow on our lower lid to make it a little bit more prominent and dark. And then I'm gonna sketch on some little eyelashes. I did 5. I think that's a good number. This is so much fun. Now I'm gonna add some mascara. I'm gonna use the On the Rise mascara from NYX. I'm not gonna worry too much about my lashes because I'm gonna put on some big false lashes. For a lash, I think I'm gonna use Broken from Likely Makeup. And if we need them to be a little bit more extra, I think I'll stack them. Lashes are on. It changed the look a lot. I think these are dramatic enough to not need to stack them. I'm gonna add freckles. I already gave up my blush. I'm not giving up freckles too. I'm gonna use eyeshadow for the freckles so they're nice and cool tone. And I'm gonna use the same color that I used to contour. I was gonna leave the skin matte, but I am gonna add just a little bit of highlight. I'm gonna use Hank & Henry Nightlight because it's nice and light. Just a little bit of glow. I'm gonna set my makeup with the NYX Dewy Finish setting spray because I'm so powdery. So much better. For the lip, I'm gonna stick with a classic black lipstick, but I am gonna do it really blurred out because I feel like that is just delicious. I'm gonna use Hank & Henry The Night Owl, and first just filling in the lip, and then just using a brush to smudge out the edges. Love it. I thought that I wouldn't recognize myself in this makeup, but I do. Time to accessorize. Oh my god. I cannot. I even added some extra piercings that I did actually have, but I had 2 lip rings and an eyebrow piercing. This is too much. I look like a whole different person. I do feel cute though. My high school dreams accomplished. This wig is so poofy. I still have the scars from when I had snake bite piercings, and a scar on my eyebrow, and a scar where I had the Monroe piercing, and a scar from my labret. I had to turn the brightness on my camera down because with all the black, I was just like a white floating ghost. I'll bring you guys a little closer so you can get the full look. Should I wear this to pick up my kids from school? That was a good time. What do you guys think? Should I go back to my goth roots? I'm not getting my lip pierced. I don't like this on me. How did I do? What do you think? Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me, and I hope I'll see you in the next video.